Hello and welcome back to Sustainable Earth Yoga. If you have not watched the first part of the sequence, Yoga for the Mind, I would encourage you to do so, though it's not necessary. Today we'll be talking more about Yoga for the Body, which has been the second part of the yoga challenge that I hosted in the month of April. That is almost over. So let's get started. We'll pick up right where we left off with Yoga for the Mind, and that was in Child's Pose. So come to your hands and knees. Bring your knees nice and wide apart, toes come together, and you sit back onto your feet. Drop your hips low, walk your hands long. Inhale, and exhale, surrender your head down to the earth. Inhale, feel your back body expand. Exhale, press through your hands to get a long spine. Take a moment to set your intention. You can join my intention of connecting with all beings that dwell on Mother Earth and helping my actions to align for the benefit of all beings, especially our beloved planet. Inhale to create length in your back. Exhale to melt your heart towards the earth. And let's go right into our first pose of the sequence. Inhale, come back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes and begin to lift your hips as you straighten up into your downward facing dog. Let's check your foundation here. Your fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into your fingertips, your knuckles, and the inside edges of your index and thumbs so that the inside edges of your arms are lengthening, helping your hips raise higher. Inhale, come onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees slightly, and feel your lower back expand. Exhale, begin to straighten the heels towards the earth, melt your heart down, and relax your head and neck, looking at your shins or towards your belly button. Inhale, bend your knees deeply. Exhale, melt your heart toward your thighs. And inhale, begin to straighten again. Inhale, look to your hands. And slowly walk your feet towards your hands, feeling the soles of your feet graze the earth below you. We'll reset our spine here. Inhale to lengthen, look forward. Slight bend in your knees, and exhale to fold into your Uttanasana. So inhale, let your heart fall towards the earth. Exhale, press into the earth with your heels and feel your hips rise up. Relax your head and neck. If you choose, you can even grab opposite elbows here and pull them down towards the earth. Feel how that releases your lower back. Keep your neck loose. Imagine that there's a wall behind you, and that's what the back of your legs are lining up against. Inhale to create the space. Exhale to move into it. Inhale, release the arms. Place your palms down on either side of your feet. Inhale, look forward. Prepare yourself. And exhale, you're going to step that right foot back behind you, coming into your low lunge. So in your low lunge, you want that front knee to be directly over that front ankle. And you're pushing back through the back heel. I'm going to walk a little more forward here to get more space. Your feet are still about hip distance apart, even though they're spread long apart from each other. And inhale, as you press back through the heel, propel your heart forward. And engage the inner thighs and glutes. Inhale. Exhale, drop the back knee to prepare for the next pose. Untuck the toes. Maybe inch that front foot forward a little more. And now watch this. I'm coming from being on my knee to moving the weight above my kneecap and coming to bring my hands to either my hips or to my knee in front. You can stay here. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bend into that front knee, open up this side hip. And again, you can stay here. Bring your hands to your hips to make sure they're even, or take a mudra above your head, interlocking your thumbs and your fingers and bringing your forefingers to touch and opening up into the back bend. You can start straight up, or like I said, lead with the heart coming forward and tilt your heart towards the sky. And exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Bring the left hand inside so that both arms are inside of that front leg. You're going to inhale, engage the back foot, lift the knee off the ground, press through the back heel. You can stay here or keep the knee down, or go ahead and come onto your forearms. While you're on your forearms, you want your elbows to be right under your shoulders and your wrists to be in front of your elbows. Raise that right hip so that it's even with the left. Pull the left knee in toward your arm. Inhale. Exhale, drop that back knee. Come back to your hands. Now you're going to walk the left foot across your body to come into your pigeon pose. Now you could worry about keeping the shin parallel to your hips. I'm going to suggest instead that you let that foot relax towards the opposite hip. So my left foot is coming almost right next to my right hip. It's easier to figure out the alignment, and then as you get more advanced, you can practice with lining up the shin parallel. So bring your hands to either side of your hips and lift up as you inhale. Then focus on squaring the hips here. So most likely you're going to have to pull that right hip forward and bring the left hip back. Inhale and exhale, release down. Let's come right down into the sleeping pigeon to connect with the earth below us. So you're on your forearms. Inhale into that bent left hip. And exhale. With your inhale, feel it expand. Try to keep it in line with the left knee. Now, as you inhale, focus on the right hip and the extended leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring more weight so that you're turning more onto that hip. It may raise up the left hip, and that's okay. You don't want all the weight on one side. You can stay here or place your hands on top of each other and relax your head down into the pose. Another thing I really like to do is draw my hands long and press back. But we'll stay here for now. Inhale. Exhale. Surrender into the pose. Inhale to come back to your hands. And exhale, you're going to bring that back leg around to come into a twist here. So the same knee that was bent is on the ground, and you're stepping the right foot over, planting the foot firmly on the ground, and making your sit bones even on the earth beneath you. If this is hard, you can keep that left leg extended forward. I'm going to choose to keep it bent. So find that evenness. Hold on to the front knee. Inhale to pull your chest towards the knee. And exhale. Bring the same right hand behind you. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, take that left arm around the right knee and begin the twist. So you're turning your heart away from your knee. You can stay here or take the elbow to the outside edge of that knee and begin to take the twist deeper using that leverage. I like to use a mudra here, taking the tip of my index finger and thumb together to seal in and keep the energy in the body. So, inhale, feel your sternum rise. Exhale, squeeze the core muscles and allow that to take your twist deeper. You want to keep your chin in line with your sternum as you twist. One more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And you'll take a gentle counter twist in the opposite direction. You can even bow your head here, but if you choose. Now, you're going to take that leg that's grounded into the earth and pull it over and bring your knees so that you're stacking your knees on top of each other. Cow face pose. So there's a few variations we'll do here. You can stay like this with your hands by your hips, helping for more support to keep your chest long, or interlace your fingers around your knee and inhale, pull the heart forward. Keep pressing down into the sit bones. Keep your neck long and just gaze down at your knee. This is a great place to stay. Or inhale, raise that right arm up, and exhale to touch the spine. Bring the left arm around and back so that you're going to interlock the hands behind your back. Inhale, raise the chest. And exhale, pull the hands away from each other so you're creating that tension and opening up the front of your body. It's also really great for the shoulders. So again, you can stay here, or inhale, lift up your ribs, and exhale, begin to fold towards that front knee. You want to fold with a straight spine though. You don't want to cave over your knee. Inhale to create the space in your body. Exhale to move into it. Inhale, release the arms. And exhale to rise. We're going to do that whole sequence on the other side, but we're going to do it backwards. So it's going to feel different, and I want you to be mindful of that. Notice what's going on in your body as you move through the poses. So, you're going to take that top right foot out, left foot out. And you're going to pull the right foot under the left leg this time, and the left knee will stack over the right knee. Cow face pose. So when you're here, I didn't say this before, but that's all right. You want to be able to sit on both sit bones, like I said, so that you're even, but also your feet can be in closer to your hips or out wide, parallel. I'm somewhere in the middle because that's what feels good to me. And every practice is different. Every day is different. So just honor your body, be gentle, and respect. Don't be attached to the results. Just do the practice. So again, you can stay here, hands by your hips to lift up and keep that length in your spine. Or interlock your fingers around your knee and inhale to pull your heart forward. Relax the shoulders down. You can stay here. Or inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, touch your spine. Right arm will come out and around behind you. Interlock or grasp the hands behind you. And let's begin to breathe here. Inhale, feel the collarbones expand. Exhale, pull the hands apart. Feel that opening in your shoulders, your arms, and your chest. You can stay here. Or as you inhale, lift the ribs. Feel the spine lengthen, and exhale, begin to fold forward from the hips. Leading with your heart and keeping a straight spine, long neck. Inhale, feel the space open up. Exhale, you can move into it. One more breath here. Press those sit bones down as you come forward. Inhale to release the arms. And exhale to rise. Taking that top knee, plant the foot. Get even in both sit bones. Find length in your spine. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Bring the left hand behind you and inhale to lift your spine. Wrap that right arm around the knee and begin to twist. You can stay here or take the elbow inside or outside that front knee and take the twist deeper with that leverage. You can take the mudra if you did on the other side. And again, keeping your chin in line with your sternum as you twist. Inhale to lift through the heart. Exhale, use the core muscles to twist away from your knee. Inhale, feel your collarbones open. Exhale, engage the core. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze out anything that no longer serves you. Let go of all that stale prana. Inhale, fresh energy as you come back to center. And release on the opposite side. All right. From here, we're going to move into our pigeon pose. So keeping the right knee down this time. You're going to turn. And as I said before, you can work towards straightening the front shin towards your, or parallel to your hips. But I'm going to offer that you can bring your foot in towards the hip and relax it instead of trying to flex it and keep it active. All right? So you have your back leg is straight behind you. The front hips are settling down. Bring your hands to either side of your hips and inhale to lift up. Exhale. Bring that left hip down into the earth. Inhale, breathe into the right side of your body. Feel that right hip open up and settle down into the earth. And as you're ready, you can exhale to come down onto your forearms. So notice what happens here. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale and put the weight into my right hip and see how there's all this space here between my left hip and the ground. What I want you to do, especially if your foot is here, is aim to get that left hip touching your heel. So inhale into that left hip. Exhale, put the weight on that side of your body. And then my right hip is going to come up a bit, but that's okay because it means my hips are more even, and that's what we're working on here. We carry a lot of emotions in our hips. Pigeon's a great way to access that and deal with it. So you can stack your hands on top of each other. Inhale, lengthen the heart. And exhale, release your head onto your hands. Surrender into the pose. Stay mindful of your hips. Stay mindful that your shoulders aren't creeping up on your ears. Inhale, feel your back body expand in all directions. Exhale, let your heart melt. Inhale to come back to your hands. And exhale. Tuck the back toes. Inhale to lift the knee and step your right foot outside your right hand, preparing for lizard. You can stay here, keep the knee down and stay here, or come into the full variation. Knees tucked, pressing through that back heel, come onto your forearms, stacking your shoulders right over your elbows. Breathe here. Raise that left hip up. Smile. It helps release your jaw and sends some good, feel-good hormones through your body. Pull that right knee in toward your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, release the knee down, untuck the toes, come up to your hands. You're going to go right into Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands to your knee. Lean into that left hip and the front knee. You can stay here, bring your knees to your hips to make sure they're square. And stay here, or bring your arms up. Take the mudra, this time the right thumb interlocks in front, fingers come together. Lead with the heart and arch back for your crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Keep leaning into the left hip. Pull that right hip back. Inhale. And exhale, release down. You're going to tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and come into your low lunge now. So you're pressing back through that heel, lifting through the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Just 3 more breaths here. Press through the heel, propel the heart forward, engage the inner thighs and the glutes. Last inhale. Exhale, place your hands down and step back into downward facing dog. You made it. You have 2 more poses to close off the sequence. Inhale. And exhale, bring your knees down. Come to sit on your heels. One second. My phone's gonna die soon, but I think we'll make it. So go ahead. We'll start. You can stay here, where you're just sitting on your heels, and that's fine. Or you could take the real variation of Virasana, where your feet are gonna come wider than hip distance apart, and you'll plant your seat right in between those heels. It's a bit of pressure on top of your feet, so if you're feeling that, it's okay, that's good. If it's too much, again, just bring the feet together, or use a block or a prop here. I don't have one here out in the wild nature, so this is what I'm sticking with. So the feet come apart, sit back, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bring the weight back above your hips. One more inhale here. Let your seat get heavy. Feel the fronts of your thighs open up. And inhale, come to your fingertips. This is the final pose. You're going to tuck your toes. I want everybody to do this. It's not easy. You may not love it, but in time you will. So stay here. Your toes are tucked. You're going to lift that left leg slightly. Toes are still tucked. Bring it back about 1 inch. Same thing with the right. Lift it up, push it back. That's going to help you access the backs, the toe ball mound, which is right behind your toes. Again, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, press the weight down into your heels. Let gravity do the work. We tend to neglect our feet, which is our #1 connection to the planet. And when you do this pose, you do so much good for your whole body because there's so many nerve endings in your feet that are being accessed and cleansed right now in this pose. However much you may not like it. But that's okay. So inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bring the shoulders over the hips over the heels. Let yourself get heavy. I promise you'll like this in time. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Release your hands. And come to sit back down. Actually, you know what? Before you do, if you want to come back from here, something you could do after that is just kick out the feet. Feels pretty good. Then you could come to sit and we'll close off our practice. So that's it for today. There's another sequence that we'll be following in the next week or 2. And that'll close off the whole practice. Maybe I'll make a full video of the whole thing together. I don't know yet. But for now, I hope that you enjoyed that 20-25 minutes of focusing on yoga for the body. And know that that practice is helping you purify yourself, which will help you to give back more to the planet and help to purify this planet, which it so needs right now. So thank you for sharing your practice. Please join me in an Om to seal yoga for the body. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you.